That's our donkey neighbor. If you can hear that donkey.
Hi everyone, my name's Naly.
Hi, I'm Heath.
Just in case you didn't know who we are Lucky Vegan, and we just wanted to share with you what we are having for lunch today. This week we had a huge order of bao buns and dumplings, and sometimes the last thing I want to do is cook, and I'd rather just have something easy to eat. So we made ramen noodles, spicy ramen noodles. It's this Samyang 2X chicken flavored spicy noodle.
And I think that's the only vegan one that brand does, right?
You know, I don't know, but I would say definitely check the ingredients and the packaging, because I think some of it may be non-vegan. I think if it's like produced in America versus Korea, one or the other, I don't remember. But definitely check the packaging for it.
That one's vegan and very spicy.
And spicy. And we also topped it off with this Japanese brand. I think it's Next Meat. It's everything that we've had from this brand so far has been amazing. It's made out of soy products, it seems. And definitely try this if you haven't.
And is that one flavored like something or meant to imitate another?
Yeah,
is it like a beef?
It is. It says plant-based Japanese beef bowl, so it has like a sesame, soy, beef type flavor. I think they put like onions in it to saute with it. But I decided to add that on top of the noodles and some cheese, just because I've seen like the mukbangs that people put cheesy ramen noodle stuff on it.
I'm skeptical, but I'm also very hungry. So.
Yes. So we're having that today. That was a very semi-quick thing to make. And then we also have this mok, which I believe it is with, this one is with assorted mushroom. It's like a steamed herbaceous dill, lemongrass, spicy.
Very fragrant.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that you can make a bunch beforehand and keep them in the freezer, right?
Yes, that's what we did. So I made some a while back, and then I just put it in the freezer for a day like today, where I just want to warm something up and eat it without cooking. And then this is, I think it's like Seed Garden. I'm not sure.
Seeds of Change, I think it's called.
Seeds of Change. Okay.
From
Costco or Sam's Club. Yeah.
I think they have a large packet Sam's.
It's like instant rice already made. It has quinoa, brown rice, and like garlic. So it already has a ton of flavor. And I love using that if ever I want to add some carbs.
That's not just white rice or something like that.
Yeah. So we're just gonna, I guess, see how it is first. And this is definitely, don't wear white, I would say, because I've done the mistake of doing that before. I don't think I got any cheese. I think we've been sitting here for a second. Yeah.
It's kind of a little.
What do you think? It's Violife cheese brand, so it has a touch of sweetness. I mean, it's kind of gotten a little cold now, but the heat is there.
It's good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, this is the first thing I've eaten today other than a handful of cashews. But it's really good. The cheese is vegan cheese. So it's, it's going to behave a little differently.
Yeah.
The regular cheese, but it goes well with the spiciness of the noodles.
Yeah, I think it's it actually tones down the spiciness a little bit and kind of gives it almost like a creamy type thing going on. And then I added some fresh green onions just for color and texture.
Yeah, that's something that Naly taught me, or I, observed whenever we first got together, is that like even something as simple as like a frozen pizza doesn't have to be so simple. You just get something that's quick, easy to make, and adding some fresh herbs, like adding some green onion, adding your own seasonings, and stuff like that can really go a long way to make something that's off the shelf become something that is, that you're looking forward to eat.
Yeah, it's like what is it? There's a show on Food Network back in the day called Semi Homemade with Sandra Lee, where she I'm starting to feel like I'm in the hot seat at what's it called, Hot Ones, where I'm like, okay, what was my thought again? My mouth is taking over. Okay. Sandra Lee, she will take some store-bought items and then kind of jazz it up a little bit, like using some box cake mix and adding some fresh things to it, and then there you have something that's not just from a box but has a little touch of homemade cooking to it, and that way it's kind of like a shortcut where you don't have to put in all the work, but you can still make it how you want it, or have it be something more than what it just is.
Yeah, a little more suited to your tastes. Because not everybody is gonna enjoy something that's just off the shelf and heat and serve kind of thing.
I know. I feel like that's always been the case for me, where it doesn't matter if I'm eating out or if I'm just taking something that's already pre-made. I always want to do something a little more to it, add my own spin. I mean, we'll go to different restaurants and bring our own chili oil or chili sauce just because I just need a little something that I know I will like to add to, is it infuse the flavor or just make it something that I know I would appreciate more?
Yeah, you bring something that you like to something that you're not sure if you're gonna like it or not, or a lot of times we'll go out to eat and I guess it's kind of bad to say, but I guess vegan restaurants aren't kind of known for having like the biggest flavors, and like the food can be kind of bland sometimes. So like bringing your favorite hot sauce or bringing some chili oil or something like that. Like we really love Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. It's something that I picked up from my family. It's like a slightly spicy salt that has like
it's like seasoning salt.
But
is it spicy? I don't think it's that spicy.
For some people.
Okay.
To my mom, it's spicy.
Yeah.
But we just bring that wherever we go. If something is bland, rather than just reaching for a table salt, then we'll use a little bit of that. And we know what we like to eat, and that's the step one, is like figuring out what you like to eat, what you feel like eating. And sorry, I'm getting a little spicy hiccup as well. And taking the steps that you need to take to make sure you're enjoying your meal.
Would you like to try some of this? So this, I feel like this is like almost a mix between a stew almost, just because of the texture, but it's not really like soup-like or stew-like. It's thickened by sticky rice. You pound the sticky rice to make it like be more of like a thickening agent in the steamed mixture, I guess. It's kind of hard to say what this is like. What kind of dish is it? Like, it's like a steamed thing, but it has a texture that is like, how do you describe the texture?
Yeah, I mean, it's very thick. I would say
it's not like a pudding.
It's not a pudding. It's thicker than like a dip. But I would say the closest thing in the West would be like a dip. Like normally they would make it. I mean, the mushroom version is a popular version, but normally they would make it with like fish, right? Or pork,
fish,
sometimes
chicken, innards. Yeah, I'd say most common is like fish or chicken or mushroom sometimes.
But like, you know, it makes me think of foods from other cultures, like Ethiopian food, where, you know, you might have just a thick kind of paste that you would eat with other things. Like you would eat this with rice, you would eat that with, you know, the bread or whatever. So it's like a thick dip. In the West, like in America, we don't really have a lot of foods like this, other than like, I'm thinking of like Super Bowl, like thick casserole,
artichoke.
Similar
What is it
to
called?
like spinach artichoke dip. I guess it could be similar to a casserole, although
it's not baked.
Yeah, it's not baked. It's steamed, and the form is not like a huge container of it. They're little individual packets of it.
Like a personal size, or what is it called? What is it? Individual servings. Serving size portions. It's not in like a big.
Right. It's not a huge sharing type thing. It's like a individual. And you have the ramen, the orange ramen stuff on your mouth, and I was going to mention that.
Oh, God.
I didn't know if it was too much information, but the first time I wiped my mouth, it's like, don't eat this if you're about to like go for a job interview and you don't want to look like you've been inhaling Cheetos or something. Yeah. It's like it gets on you.
Yeah. I could use a little color. It's fine.
But it's worth it. It's delicious.
Here's a piece of a pepper that's been in this mok. Would you like to try? You can say no.
I'm gonna say no. I'm not feeling super. I've already got the spice from the ramen.
I'd say like whenever it's in something like this, it's not as spicy.
I just don't want to feel it later. I don't mind the spice like in the moment. I can handle that, but if it hurts me later, if it wakes me up in the night, then it's too much.
Yeah, you regret it later. Ooh, what would be good in this is some sauteed mushrooms too. Add a little moisture. Because, I mean, it's a relatively dry dish. It's like supposed to be a dry noodle stir-fry type dish.
Which is not what most people think of when they think about ramen. They think like ramen soup. Like the classic.
I think actually the first time... The first time I tried this, I didn't know that it was supposed to be like a dry kind of noodle dish. Which, thankfully, I mean, if you'll see, it says like stir-fry. Stir-fry... What does it say? Stir-fried ramen. Okay, yeah, stir-fried ramen. Yeah, so whenever I first made it, I still had it with liquid, excuse me, or like a soup, and adding the packet, and then I was like, this is so bland, it's not even spicy, what are people going off about, why are people crying, like, and then, yeah, it was because I was doing it wrong. So with this, all you do is just boil the noodles, and then you add the sauce to the packet.
Add the sauce to the packet?
Yeah, add the sauce to the ramen. And then you mix it up and then add like the toppings, which has sesame, some shredded seaweed, and I think that's about it. But this is so versatile. You can literally add anything. You can add whatever protein, whatever vegetable you want. Just, yeah, use your creativity. I mean, oftentimes with something like this, or even mac and cheese, I like to try to add some fresh elements to it. whether that's like some spinach, broccoli, anything, just to get it more, I guess, nutrient rich, or make it, you know, so you're not just eating sauced carby stuff. And you can also be like, okay, I'm somewhat full. But we didn't do that for this. I just used this soy meat thing. But I mean, I'm pretty happy
you got
with
the
it.
green onions on there.
Yeah, you gotta have the green onions. I mean, and I honestly wish I would have put more. Cause we like
Some cilantro would be good.
You think so?
You put cheese on it.
Yeah. I'm sure cilantro would have been good, but I feel like cilantro would definitely take it to a different level, just because cilantro is just such a fresh, specific flavor.
I feel like this is a really kind of deep
Yeah.
flavor dish, so I like cilantro to brighten it up. But
I see.
more green onion would have done it too.
Mm-hmm.
Or even some like yellow onion.
Like fresh crunch.
Like raw.
Or red.
Or red.
Mm-hmm. Red has a little sweetness.
Could even try a pickled red onion to add a little acid and cut the
Yeah,
heaviness of the
I could see
noodles.
that. Anyway, how do you guys like to spruce up your instant foods? Is there a go-to recipe that you use, or you just throw stuff in from the pantry, freezer, fridge, put it together?
Yeah, if you have some like quick meal hacks, we would love to hear about them.
Yes, because I feel like that's one thing that I try to work on, is working a little more efficiently and effectively in the kitchen. Because quickly. Okay, yeah, quickly.
Whenever you're not on a deadline, like the customer's not coming, or if I'm the only customer and I'm a non-paying customer.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
It gets done when it gets done.
Yeah, because I just feel like cooking to me is just so therapeutic that I literally I lose track of time, and unless, you know, there is a sense of urgency, it might take me an hour to make a meal. Not even because it's difficult, although a lot of the things that I like to do requires a lot of step and can be difficult. But yeah, I don't know. I just get zoned out and I'm like, okay, and then you're like, I'm hungry today.
I don't think that happens very often.
No, I mean, yeah, you'll snack on stuff as you're waiting.
Yeah,
but
I'll just eat. I mean, if I'm hungry, I'll just eat something else.
Yeah, but you know, I'm just like, what would I say?
You take your time.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, if you don't have other stuff like pressing things or...
But that is a goal of mine, is to like, see if I can cook a meal in less than 30 minutes. Or like, I don't know, like they do on Chopped. Sometimes I'll do that where I'm like, imagine myself being on Chopped, or one of those like television shows where, you know, it's a race against the clock and you've got to come up with 3 dishes in 15 minutes and wow the judges and use all these techniques. And yeah, usually by that point I'm like, well, it gets done whenever it gets done, and then I'm just like over it. And I don't, like, by the time I eat, I'm like, I've already inhaled the food or I've already consumed the food by putting all the energy into making it. Does that make sense?
I'm not sure.
Well, I think I know what I mean. So, yeah.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us while we eat our lunch on the back porch.
Yeah.
And please do let us know your favorite quick meals to put together. And
or what you would like us to eat next time.
Yeah, totally open to suggestions. If you leave us suggestions on
okay, what?
On like, you know, what people like to eat, then we can
try to make it.
We can make it, yeah, for lunch or dinner. And
yeah, because I'm tired of thinking sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we have tons of ideas about like what kind of food to make to sell, but also.
Well, not just to sell. I have ideas that I want to eat, and that's whenever I'm like, oh, maybe other people will want it. But then sometimes I'm like, I am just so tired of all of these ideas that I have. I just wish somebody would tell me what to...
Yeah, sometimes it's like, where's Where can we pre-order?
Yes, goodness.
If we were closer to, Beehive or something, I feel like we would be there a lot.
Or honestly, anywhere in Nashville, just because there is such a variety of food, and I'm always so grateful just to be able to have options, not cook. Yeah. But because we live out in the country, this is our option.
In Rutherford County.
Yeah.
But, it's also like you have more control whenever you're cooking for yourself, and you have maybe lower costs. I mean, food costs are kind of crazy right now, but yeah, it just takes time and energy and planning and
Oh yeah. This is what I'm having to drink. It is carbonated water with mango, pear, lemon, caffeine.
politely caffeinated, they say. It's supposed to have like as much caffeine as like a soda.
Really? Soda has caffeine?
Yeah, like Coke, Dr. Pepper.
Wow. I
That's
didn't
why
know that.
people, yeah, drink Diet
I
Coke
knew,
all day.
well, I know. Oh, okay. I thought it was just because they were addicted.
42. Yeah, I mean, what are they addicted to?
Yeah, but I thought, okay, I just thought Mountain Dew had caffeine, and that's why people that are on Mountain Dew are on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it has a lot. It has probably the most.
Really?
Of the popular sodas. This has 42 milligrams.
That's like what, a cup of coffee?
No, they say a cup of coffee is like 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's the standard, but yeah, this is good. We found this at UGO. And
United Grocery Outlet or Grocer?
United Grocery Outlet. But anyway.
Yes.
Long form lunch video. We thought we would try it out. And yeah, spend some more time with you guys. We only see y'all Sundays.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And even then, like, it's very short. And I love engaging with the vegan community. I mean, anybody, honestly, because it's just us usually.
Yeah, but I mean, that's something that we have in common with everybody, and everybody understands the the struggle and the joy and everything that goes into veganism. So
yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you like to eat. We will try and make it and eat it and give our review of your favorite quick meals.
Yeah, except for oats. He's allergic to oats.
I can't do oats. Please don't poison me with oats. Although Gorilla Biscuits uses oat milk in all their stuff, and I've never gotten sick from anything that they've made. So I think it's just like oatmeal.
Or maybe whole oats.
Yeah, whole oats, raw oats, I think. But God, if I got sick from Gorilla Biscuits, I would just quit.
What are you gonna quit?
I would just give it all up, eating. I would just if I can't have Gorilla Biscuits, it's not worth continuing to eat.
I feel like it is definitely a blessing and a curse to know that it exists, because you know how good it is, and now like almost it feels like nothing that we've had so far could live up to it, honestly. Or that's like what we will always compare it to.
It's good that we live way out here.
Yeah. Why?
So we give Zach and Naly all of our money.
Oh, okay.
Which they deserve. So
yeah, I would pay $1 million for those biscuits.
Support vegan businesses.
Yes.
Become friends with them. And yeah, just keep going. Do your best.
And on that note, we're gonna do our best to try to finish this meal. Bye-bye.